Well, joining us now, we've got members of the Alamogordo Tiger baseball team and their new head coach for 2016, Michael Crabtree. Coach, how you doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for having us on.
Happy to have you here. And if you want to go ahead and introduce these guys that you brought along with you today, three of what I'm sure going to be major contributors to this program this year.
Yes, we got Alex Ramirez. He's going to be playing shortstop for us, maybe some outfield and pitching. Then we have Gavin Guerra. He'll be playing third base and pitching as well. And then we got Thompson and Rick, who'll be catching and pitching for us this year.
Guys, how you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing great.
Great. Okay, fantastic. Happy to have you guys here. Coach, well, first off, we got a chance to talk to you in the summer, like right after you got here. How has it been, transitioning here into Alamogordo, you and your family settling in nicely here in the community?
Yes, me and my wife are both really enjoying being here in Alamogordo and teaching in the school system, and definitely enjoying the baseball program and being around these guys.
Fantastic. Guys, your impressions from Coach. Well, Alex, we'll start with you. You've had a chance to work with Coach over the last few months. What has it been like with Coach Crabtree here in the system now?
It's been great. He's brought in a lot of new things, and it's been great to be around him, and he's brought a lot of good things to the program, like attitude and effort. That's the main thing that we're focusing towards, and it's been great. I'm really excited for the season.
Gavin, how about you? Some of the things you've taken away with Coach Crabtree over the first few months.
He's really an outgoing guy. He's really fun, but then serious at the same time, which is a positive aspect, and I'm really excited for the season.
Fantastic. Thompson, how about you, man?
Yes, sir. Well, we're definitely able to put in work and still have fun at the same time, and I thought you could definitely see it during the scrimmages on Saturday there.
Okay, and of course we did have the scrimmages on Saturday, got a chance to play Deming and Artesia. I'll ask you guys first, was it nice to finally go up against somebody other than your fellow teammates and JV guys? Thompson, how about you?
Yes, sir, it definitely was. There's nothing like playing against other people, get the juices flowing there.
Gavin, to be able to pitch against some other guys, was it nice to get that going?
Yes, it was really exciting as well.
Yeah. Alex, how about you?
Oh, yeah, it was exciting to get out there finally and face some pitching that we haven't faced in a while, so...
Coach, what was your takeaways from the scrimmage? What did you like? What did you want to see some improvement on from the guys?
I believe the scrimmages went really well. I was pleased with the way our guys played, all 14 innings. We competed and got after it, had a good attitude, and we played well. So it was good to see some outside competition, and which I'm new to New Mexico, so I haven't seen any of these teams will be playing. So it was good to see us match up with those two teams, and we played well and, had a great day.
Talk a little about the off-season program and what the guys obviously talked about the positivity and some of the things you worked on. What did you really want to focus on? You guys were practicing twice a week, all during the fall and the winter, and then of course you started going with the full-time practices since the start of February. But what were the things you really wanted to impart to the kids as we're getting ready for the season?
Yes, like I said, we practice twice a week after school, year round, in the off season, and. We were really able to just get some fundamentals and, kind of get the attitude and the workers' attitude, but as far as enjoying what we're doing at the same time. So I think it was just good for me to get to see the kids, throughout the off season and see what they can do and start implementing, some of our fundamentals and just the way we want to play the game.
How about, I know you got a chance to keep Coach Wells and the coaching staff, and it seemed like a lot of other guys that have been with the coaching staff or have been around Tiger baseball, certainly guys that I'm sure all of you know. How good was it to get the coaching staff together and the guys you got helping you out this year?
Yes, I'm very excited about the staff. We have a lot of guys that have been here before and that know the kids, and then I'm able to meet with them and kind of talk about things that we want to do, the direction we want to go forward. But Coach Wells has been great, my varsity assistant, and then we have Coach Frank Barunda and Coach Art Lopez with the JV, and then with the C team we have Coach Kit Bonds and Coach Ray Barunda.
How about tryouts? In terms of the numbers that came out and being able to fill out JV and C team and obviously the varsity side, how were you with the amount of participation this year, the kids that came out?
Yes, the numbers were great. Right now we have 16 practicing with varsity, and then we have around 18 with the JV and the C team. So we definitely have numbers in the program that we want and have competition and have kids out there working and getting better.
Alex, we talked about Coach Wells staying with the program. how big is that for you guys, still having somebody that, you recognize was with the program the last couple of years? Does that help things out with the transition for you guys?
Yeah, it helps because, we've been around him for, 2-3 years now. So we're real used to him, and it helps him out to get to know us better. So it's been a helpful thing for us.
Gavin, you're beginning your third year of varsity now as a junior. Actually, I think all you guys are third year. Though it's Thompson, it's your second. Yeah, Alex, and this is your third year at the varsity level. Do you feel more confident going into the season, this being your third season? You certainly look confident out there on the mound on Saturday. Does it feel any different going into this year than previous years?
I feel really confident with this year because I have a good bond with all these guys, and they're actually my age, so I think that we'll end up doing better.
All right. Thompson, how about you? This is your second year out there now. I mean, and last year I know you kind of came in, you probably more of a first baseman than a catcher, and you've more transitioned to catcher, or have you always been a catcher?
It was definitely a transition. More used to playing first base, but obviously Jess went out, and I was just the guy that was dumb enough to get back there, I guess.
Well, and you did a great job with it, and now this year they're depending on you to be the starting catcher, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so, I mean, what is it about, I mean, obviously moving from first base to catcher, I mean, what do you think, are you more comfortable behind the plate going into this season, you feel like?
Definitely this year, a lot more comfortable. Last year it was kind of like first week of tryouts. You just said, hey, you're going to be back there this year. So it was a little bit of a shock, but I think we've been working on some stuff over the winter, and it's definitely improved.
Yeah, I mean, Coach, when you see Thompson, the fact that it's only his second year playing catcher, I mean, you're impressed with the progression that he's been able to make?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I didn't even realize, when we first had him out there that he hadn't been catching that long until I started talking to him in the fall. And he can play first base and do well over there if we need him over there. But, catching, he definitely, can catch, and that's where we need him right now as far as on the mound and catching.
Alex, you're transitioning from the outfield to the infield. What has that been like for you? I mean, I don't know. Did you play a lot of infield previous to Tiger playing at the varsity level, or is it going to be something new for you?
It's kind of new. I was playing infield till about I want to say freshman year, and so I got moved up to varsity, and that's whenever I was starting playing outfield. So it's definitely a transition now. Got to get back into things, but it's going well. So.
And Gavin, I mean, and something else for you this year. I was talking to Coach before we went on the air here, but you're going to be doing some pitching this year as well, right?
Oh yeah, definitely another transition that I'm getting used to, and it'll get there. I'm still working on it.
Gavin, you also pitch, but you also play over at third base, and you seem really comfortable over there. I mean, I know that they'll probably will you play a little bit of first base as well, or are they going to stick you over there at third whenever you're not pitching?
I'm not too sure about that, but I might end up playing a little bit of first as well.
Yeah, but third base, you feel. I mean, that's a difficult position to play. More than anything else, being able to be accurate and make long, hard throws. They call it the hot corner for a reason. It's not an easy position to play, is it?
No, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah. Challenging. I mean, but do you like that challenge?
Yes, it gives me a challenge during the game in which I like to succeed. So it keeps me interested.
All right, very good. Coach, I mean, what do you feel like the strengths of this team are? I mean, we saw definitely a team that can hit the ball. We saw that on Saturday. You've got two solid pitchers at the top of the rotation with Gavin and with Jared Johnson. Where do you feel like you feel most comfortable with this group? I mean, about what they do well going into this season.
I feel like we're really balanced. I don't know if we're going to be extraordinary at one part of the game or not, but I think we're going to be deep and balanced as far as on the mound, hitting and defensively. And so, we're just focusing on playing solid baseball. Pitching depth has been something we're trying to create, and we have 12 guys right now that are, throwing bullpens and working to pitch because you never know when we're going to need them. We're going to go to a tournament in Texas where we play 5 games in 3 days, and then, when we get in the district, we play 4 games a week. So you have to have, 4 starters. You got to have a bullpen, and the more arms we can throw out there that can compete and throw strikes, then, the more likely we're going to win more games.
For somebody coming into the program, and you've obviously watched a lot of baseball, what do you see in Gavin in terms of his strengths? Because I mean, he certainly has pitched very well for the Tigers over the last couple of years.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think Gavin's going to be a guy that's going to get the ball for us and start games for us, as well as Thompson and Jared Johnson and some other guys that are competing for starting roles. But all 3 of these guys right here, I think are special ball players and they can do a lot of things for us, on the field, and they're great kids off the field, and definitely have a future in baseball if they want it.
Maybe the spots you feel like the team needs to improve. How do you feel about team defense? Do you feel like in the field you guys are solid going into the season?
I think that's something you're always got to improve on. We try to do a lot of live situations and get our guys, better at situations and knowing, where to go with the baseball and, put them in that game-like atmosphere as much as we can. And that's definitely something we got to, improve on and keep improving on. But if, pitchers throw strikes and we play defense behind it, I mean, it's hard to hit with wooden bats, so we're going to have a chance to win no matter who we're playing against.
All right. Alex, where do you feel like you're most improved at going into this season? I mean, is there a part of your game that you feel maybe more comfortable with than you have in previous seasons?
I feel like my swing's gotten better. I'm more comfortable there, and I think that's improved a lot. So I'm real comfortable there on the offensive side. I'm hoping to have a big year on that side. So,
Gavin, how about you? Where do you feel maybe the most improved at, whether it's pitching or in the field or hitting?
I think I'm most improved at defense, actually, because the past couple of years I've been struggling a little bit since I was kind of younger, I would say. But this year I feel more confident in my defense.
Thompson, how about you? Where are you feeling confident at this year?
Definitely the defense. We put in a lot of work over the winter, so I think it's going to show with all of us.
What are the things that you? I mean, as a catcher, obviously there are things you need to work on different than maybe the rest of the fielders. I mean, what did you focus on to try and get better at your position?
Well, I focused on actually transferring the ball before I throw down. Sometimes I have a tendency to get a little longer, so we worked on trying to make that a little quicker, a little shorter, and then we also worked on blocking pitches. I had a little trouble with that last season where I would try to pick it instead of trying to block it.
Okay. Hey, we're talking with Alamogordo Tigers head baseball coach Michael Crabtree and Alex Ramirez, Gavin, Guerra, Thompson, Rick, right here on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Something I was probably new to you because Texas still uses the aluminum bats, right? So coming in with the wooden bats, what's your feeling on that with New Mexico using the wooden bats? Because you guys seem to be pretty comfortable with that up to this point, right? The wooden bats, good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I like 'em.
No big deal, Coach.
Yeah, that's one thing. It is different to me. We swing. They switched over to BB core bats over in Texas, which is not quite as hot. So it's more similar to a wooden bat, more forgiving. But the wooden bat, our kids are used to hitting with them, so they don't think anything of it, and they hit with them well. And I talked to my coaching buddies in Texas, and they can't believe some of the swings we have and some of the balls we're hitting with wooden bats. So I think our kids are definitely way advanced as far as that goes. And if they ever get a swing an aluminum bat, we'll tell the difference. But they can swing the wood, and it's impressive.
When you guys go to the Amarillo tournament, how's that going to work? Are you guys going to be using the BB core bats that they use over there? Or?
Yes, we're going to go ahead and swing BB core bats, what they're swinging over there, just so we're all on an even playing field and go over there and try to compete and win some games.
So, for the players, is that going to be, do you feel like any kind of tough transition, or is it not going to be any big deal? For you guys, you used aluminum bats when you were younger, I'm sure. How much different does it feel? Alex, start with you. How much different, swinging a wooden bat compared to swinging the metal bats?
It feels different, but like he said, with the BB core, it's kind of the same. The balls don't really travel as far, and they're not so hot, but it's a lot different, a lot lighter, and it feels a lot different when you hit it and make contact. But it's no problem. And we've swung. Me and Thompson and I have swung over the summer. We swung aluminum, and we're kind of used to it, but it's definitely gonna be fun. So.
Thompson, in terms of swinging, how much of a difference do you feel? Is it just bat speed? What is the big difference between swinging? For those of us that don't play the game and don't get to get out there and see it, what is the difference?
Well, definitely the wood bat, you definitely know if you swung wrong because you're going to end up buying another $120 bat. But other than that, there's really not much difference. I actually kind of prefer wood bat because you definitely know when you barrel one up. There's no cheap shots there.
Gavin didn't hit a cheap shot on Saturday when he hit it over the left field fence at Tiger Field. Peter from the Daily News said that's the hardest home run he's ever seen. How did that feel when it came off the bat on Saturday?
Well, honestly, I didn't even know it was gone. I thought it was just a base hit, but then I turn around and then I'm running the bases.
But it obviously, so it wasn't something that came off the bat. You knew it was gone right away. You just knew you'd hit it pretty well.
I thought I hit it pretty well. I didn't know it was gone, though.
Didn't know it was gone. How about you? How often do you get to swing with aluminum bats compared to the wooden bats?
Well, I haven't swung a metal bat like Thompson and Alex have. I haven't swung one since I was probably 12, 13.
Okay.
So honestly, I couldn't really say.
Let's talk a little bit about that Amarillo tournament, though, because you talked about it. You're going to play, 5 games in 3 days. That's a pretty great thing for the kids. And when I talk to a lot of coaches, the chance to get to go on the road with an entire team, it can really be a team building event for you guys. Is that something that you feel about it too?
Oh yes, and team chemistry like these guys hit on, I think is something that's going to be our strength. You can see it building and growing, and the more we play in games, it's going to keep on getting better and better. And yes, I think in the past they went over to Carlsbad and played in a tournament, and that's one of our district opponents. So I wasn't real wild about going over there and playing in that, and I wanted to take them off and go play some outside competition that they haven't seen before, and it'll be nice. We'll be over there for 3 full days and get to play 5 games and get to create a lot of depth and look at a lot of guys and play some good baseball.
How excited are you guys to get to go to the Amarillo tournament? Thompson, we'll start with you. The fact that you guys get to go and you'll see teams that you won't see all season long. Is that going to be a cool experience for you think?
Yes, sir. It's definitely something special. Don't take it for granted. We recognize it's something that not everyone gets a chance to do, and definitely excited to see that outside competition, see how we stack up with some guys that we otherwise wouldn't have seen.
Gavin, you get to pitch against some guys that
right.
you probably and obviously hit as well, but that's got to be a good experience for you to get to build some experience throughout the season, right?
Right. We get to play new people, which is pretty awesome because we usually don't get to experience that around here.
Alex, how about you, the opportunity to get to go play an because not many of the programs here at the school get to go out of state to play tournaments, and you guys get that opportunity, right?
Yeah, it's very exciting. Just to see some different competition we haven't seen before. Texas ball, it's a lot different, so we're very excited for that.
And something else for these guys this season. There's not a ton of home games for you. I mean, you do get we noticed a change in the schedule that you guys do get Las Cruces at home next Friday. But you guys are going to be a little bit of road warriors this year. Is that something? I mean, as a coach, do you worry about it one way or the other, or is it? I mean, obviously you want to play in front of your home fans, but is it an extra challenge? You feel like?
No, I just think that's kind of how the schedule stacked up this year. We have 5 home games, 5 home days, but we play double headers, so that actually does add up to 10 of our 26 games will be here at home. So not quite half, but playing double headers is kind of how it works out. And going on the road and playing and getting games in, and double headers is something new I got to get used to here in Texas and in New Mexico, because in Texas we never played double headers except for whenever I was coaching at JUCO. So it's something we got to get used to, and playing double headers and create that depth that we've been talking about to make us successful.
You guys talked about a little bit the team chemistry. I mean, Alex, talk about why you think this group, gets along so well. I mean, I imagine most of you have played baseball with each other for a while now. Is that true, Alex?
Yeah, that's kind of the main thing. I mean, I've been playing with Gavin, obviously, since we were, I want to say, about 10 years old. I mean, some of the guys that we're playing with now on the field, we've been playing together since we were 10 years old. So the chemistry's there, and these new guys that have been coming, I mean, the chemistry's still there. We've bonded together, and we're very close. So that's a big impact, and that's a big side for us.
Gavin, I mean, how much does it help to be, to know the guys so well and to probably have, I know you guys talk out there on the field, but I mean, certainly to kind of know what each other's going to do out there on the field, that's got to make a big difference in every game.
Right. The chemistry is a big thing because it's kind of like a key to success, I guess. But chemistry with us right now is probably really strong, I would say. But it's really a plus to our side.
Thompson, I mean, to have a group that, you put 16 different personalities together, sometimes the challenge that everybody gets along, but from what I'm hearing, you guys all do seem to get along. Is that a fair thing to say?
Yes, sir, definitely.
I mean, how much does that help for you? I mean, as the catcher, I know a lot of times the catcher's looked at as kind of the quarterback sometimes out there, try to keep things going defensively. It's got to help that there's some trust out there on the field, right?
Yes, sir, it definitely does. I know if we have a play call or something and I'm yelling at these guys, I'm not worried. Gavin's not going to be paying attention, or Alex is going to be out there doing something else. I know that they're all going to, we're relying on each other, and it's a load off.
Yeah, and baseball is kind of an interesting sport because, I mean, it is such a team sport, but in a lot of ways you guys are kind of out there on your own on an island, whether you're hitting or pitching or fielding. It's, Coach, it's kind of interesting how the team aspect does play into baseball when it can be such an individual sport. I mean, from as much baseball as you've watched, how important is it to have that team chemistry to work well throughout a season?
Oh, I think it's you have to have it if you're going to be a top team. You can rely on talent, but if you're pulling apart and not going together, then it's not going to work as far as winning ball games, and especially playing 14 innings in a day. The guys got to have that chemistry and want to compete for all 14 innings and get after it throughout the whole day if we're going to win some ball games.
What's impressive about this team as well, this is a pretty young team. I mean, you guys have a few seniors going into this year, but for as much talent there is in this group, and for them to be sophomores and juniors for the most part, what does that say about this group to you? The fact that that they've got a couple years left to continue to keep building, growing. I know you guys want to win right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's got to be a nice thing to look at as a coach, right?
Yes, definitely. I mean, we want to win this year, but also we're always building for the future, and these guys have some experience on varsity already, and they're still young, so we still have time. So we're going to keep on developing and building. Win as much as we can this year, but I'm excited about all 3 teams. What we have on the varsity right now and our JV and C team. I definitely think we have a lot of potential and upside in Tiger baseball.
I don't know how much you like to play the expectations game as a coach. I mean, is it just you want to see your team go out there and play hard every day, or do you think that this team has a chance to compete in district and make it to state this year?
I definitely think we have a chance. We have the sky's the limit. These guys don't know how good they could be or how good Tiger baseball can be. As far as goals, I kind of just talk about goals that we can control, not necessarily result goals. So we can control going out there and competing, getting after it, playing hard, having a great attitude, effort, having good ABs. But we can't always control the other part. So I feel like if we take care of the goals that we can control, then the results will be there in the end.
Well, I'll ask you guys individual expectations. I mean, Alex, what do you want from your season? What are you looking from yourself going into this year?
Just to win. I mean, as a team, have a better year than we had in the past, and then just keep developing and doing better over the years, and just working to it, and hopefully we have a winning season.
Gavin, how about you? I mean, what are you looking for yourself for this season?
Like Alex said, just to be successful with our team, and to probably end up going to state and doing good as well. But for the overall season, I think that we hope to do really good together.
Thompson, how about you, man?
These guys already touched on it. I think just to kind of grow as a team.
Okay, fantastic. Well, guys, we certainly wish you the best of luck. We look forward to the start of the season. You open up next Tuesday against Centennial on the road, and then be back here in Alamogordo on Friday for the home opener against the Las Cruces Bulldogs, a team you guys know very well, I'm sure, and guys you played against for many, many years. So that'll be next Friday over at Tiger Field. Guys, appreciate it. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us on, Charles.
Coach, appreciate it, and we'll look forward to talking to you guys throughout the season.
Definitely, thanks.
All right.